Go. Welcome to the RoOperator Podcast. Today we have FallenWhale Dash F1, Padre Tom, also known as Thomas Jefferson, and Rico. How y'all doing today?
Doing fucking great.
Alrighty,
Doing
so
good, man. Doing good, man.
yeah, this is
Not
the first
bad.
type of podcast I've ever done. So, what do you all want to talk about?
Starms.
Guns?
Starms.
What are storms?
The LGBT, Liberty Guns, Bible Trump.
Every guns Bible Trump.
Steroids. Let's talk about steroids and starms.
Alrighty, bet.
A good topic. We should go over we should undermine the amount of pedophiles currently in the Milsim community.
Like weight.
I actually like
Yeah,
Rico's topic.
You got
Oh,
everybody
shit.
everybody from,
Thomas over here.
I guess I could go ahead and start on the topic.
Yeah, start on.
So,
Go ahead.
I don't know if anybody here noticed, but recently Britt from VWRP got called out for, I think he's
that's the
16 or
Viet-
17. He's if anybody doesn't know what VWRP
That's a Vietnam
is,
War play, right?
yeah,
War role play.
Vietnam,
Oh, that's
Vietnam
it?
War roleplay. Yeah, so Britt, one of the main admin / dev guys, got called out because I think he was talking to either a 12 or a 13-year-old, and I think he's either 16 or 17. Either way, a 3-year difference is something that you should definitely be ashamed of. It's like a senior dating a fucking freshman.
No, that's like a senior talk with a fucking 7th grader if she's 12.
Jesus.
Nah,
Oh,
no, but he's
yeah.
talking about like the 3-year difference itself. Like,
The
you
three-year
know,
difference
Yeah, yeah.
itself.
Yeah. That's bad.
Actually, that's
man,
fine.
look, if you're like, what is a 3-year difference? If you're like 26 and you're 29, I guess that's all right. But I mean, dude, like a 12-year-old, come on, man.
A 12-year-old and a senior.
It was a 12-year-old, right?
I think it was a 13-year-old.
Okay, same
Pretty
difference.
shitty.
Same
Kind of fucking weird, man.
Yeah, same fucking difference. Alrighty. So what about it? Like, how can you impose on that topic?
So I think one of the big things that is being undermined, at least inside of the community itself and what everybody's trying to expose right now, is the fact that Britt was trying to hide it. And the amount of screenshots that came out from the situation, it's a big thing, mainly within the fucking situation. Let me go look at some of the fucking screenshots I found. So, same with Flognaw. Flognaw and Britt both got exposed, but there's a big screenshot of Flognaw being exposed for ERPing, and I don't know if anybody knows this or if it's confirmed, but apparently Flognaw is a grown man. I think he might
How-
be a grown man.
What age is he?
No idea. And then you got Britt, 10:46 p.m. texting somebody that's got leaked. Their name is blurred out, and I know their name, but I'm not going to say it. Alrighty, man. I'll tell you what I've told everyone else that's asked. Believe what you want. I asked to be left alone. Another road trip that's content enough for me, and I'm playing Roblox. Cool. If I was a pedo, then why right now would I feel sick to my stomach knowing I've been framed? I'm not a pedo. I'm 15, which is incorrect. I'm a dickhead and a retard, but not a pedo. I think that anybody who preys on people younger than them should be capitalized as a pedo, death sentence, whatever the fuck you want to do, torture, slavery, you know. Pedophilia in this country, in this day and age, is being way too modernized and like localized, and it's becoming like a household like conversation.
LGBTQ community.
And the LGBT,
All right.
yeah, LGBTQ community.
I just want a video about how they are making, fucking, what are those fucking dudes?
maps.
No, not the maps, bro. There's the dudes who act like women. It's the fucking drag queens. That's what they are. They're trying to make fucking kids into drag kids. You know what that? Drag queens are sexualized transgender people. All right. That shit's so fucking weird. They're doing that.
And there's two
So weird.
ways to that statement. So you have like a normal drag queen shit, which is really over sexualized men, and then you have dressing up as a different gender, in which I don't think dressing up as a different gender is a wrong thing, and it's in its own place. If it's localized and it's contained and it's not like over sexualized with kids, it's perfectly fine. I couldn't give less of a fuck of what people think about me, because when I wear makeup and when I wear shit like that, it's like nobody gives a fuck, because I'm still the same goddamn Rico. You know, I could be wearing fucking nails and hoop earrings for all you care, but I'm still the same fucking milsim lord, clearly Rico. But over sexualizing kids and drag queen kids is a huge fucking problem, and it needs to be stopped because it's like no better than pedophilia. Because at that point you have grown men trying to make kids get into dressing like a woman and dressing like a fucking prostitute. That's a fucking problem, and it needs to be stopped. Somebody needs to fucking say something about this. Thomas, what were you gonna say?
Something. Look, man, you can dress up as a girl if you're a guy, vice versa. Just leave the kids out of it, man.
Exactly. Let them get to like an age like 16ish.
When you're teaching second graders about this and they don't even know what straight sex is, and you're teaching them about gay sex, I mean, come on, man.
And it's like there's nothing wrong with normalizing LGBTQ, but there is something wrong with teaching kids who aren't even in high school yet about man on man or woman on woman intercourse and shit like that. That needs to be stopped.
The age,
like,
bro. Second graders are still like 6 years old.
Yeah, their age. I mean, if you're 14 or 15, you should already know about the fucking birds and the bees. So what's it anymore to, tell you about, oh, one man can have intercourse with another man. But if you're like a fucking 7th grader or a 6th grader, it's not fucking right. Like,
bro, it's not even that, bro. It's not even like that's still.
When I was in fucking 7th grade, I didn't know my fucking multiplication tables, and I didn't know what sex was. But when I went to 8th grade and I started fucking maturing a little, and I grew a fucking pair, I figured out what that shit was really fucking quickly. But I didn't know men could have intercourse with other men. And it's like, at the age when I became 15, I'm 17 now, 18 in January. When I became 15, I figured out what that shit was. It was like, okay, I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. But age means everything, because mentally, some kids are not ready for that shit. And if it gets into the wrong fucking hands, you're gonna have something like the fucking the Parkland shooting. That's gonna happen again. Fucking Buffalo, New York, and then you're gonna have like a bunch of people being like, oh well, fucking men shouldn't be doing this with other men, and then like fucking LGBTQ protesters are gonna get shot up. Age means everything. I think maturity...
I'm not sure what mass shootings have to do with this, but sure.
Oh, I could fucking pull up my sources, bro.
Yeah, I 100% agree on you.
Who just fucking took my cigar? Which one of you fucks?
But I think mental maturity outweighs.
Look, man, keep the second graders out of it, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, fucking point.
Keep the young guys out of it, man.
Every single.
They're just trying to run around in the park. They're not over here trying to be worried about all this shit. It's fucked up when they're not even teaching regular sex at this age. But yet they want to teach gay sex at that age, or just what being gay means.
The other thing that is
like, if you're trying to get your point across to a second grader, like, you are just thirsty to promote your shit.
No, it's not even that.
That's like trying to sell something to a second grader. Like, dude, come on now.
They're trying to indoctrinate them so that there's more there's more of them, and then it's against people like us who think differently, who think, hey, maybe let's not sexualize kids,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
let's let them make their own decision. They just want to fucking indoctrinate their shitty ideology into them so that there's more of them.
Because little kids are vulnerable.
So the second topic, and this is gonna be a big one, is teaching kids at the age of 3 or like 5 or 6 about systematic racism.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
Needed.
They're not going to comprehend it.
They can't fucking comprehend it.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you teach your kid about how black people were enslaved or how they shouldn't say the N-word because they'll get fucking beat up, when you could fucking teach your kid as life goes on? They fuck up, you teach them about it, and you're like, hey, don't fucking do that. Instead of fucking them being in 6th grade, oh, you can't say the fucking N-word because you're white. oh, well, we don't mean to not include you, but you just can't fucking say that because you're white and your grandparents probably fucking hated my race. What the fuck? It's like you can teach it while the kid fucking grows up. You can't teach it like while the kid is fucking a little child. You know, that's something that is fucking God given. The third thing that I'm gonna go on a fucking big rant about that I think everybody here is gonna try and fucking it should be putting a little bit of piece of their mind on it is people trying to influence like separate sorts of religion from their based religion, like not like based as in based, but more like their family is Christian. Oh, I'm gonna try and get this kid to be a fucking atheist because I don't like Christian. You know, like teachers are doing that shit. Teachers who do that shit need to be fucking fired.
These are the same teachers because Christians are heavy against gay. I bet these are the same teachers that are teaching, that are doing gay indoctrination. I guess you could say
They are, and they're all those.
These are the same teachers.
They're all those fat, you know, like the neo-feminists. The ones
I also
that,
think
like,
it's the new generation as well.
yeah, no,
Because they haven't
feminism
really
is
experienced.
ruined. Feminism is fucking ruined because before it was about equality between men and women, and now modern day feminism.
And now they're
is
trying
about
to make women more superior
women-
than men.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're gonna find out what the fuck happens.
Okay,
I can't wait for that to happen.
around.
I'm gonna
I
go
know.
on here's a little piece of my mind on this situation, and it includes a band, and the person in my profile picture is a part of this band. It's called fucking Ghost BC, before Christ. Well, this band was originally in the '60s, and it was more of like a, you know, have you guys ever listened to Cream? That fucking old 60s band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was during like the nuance, like the beginning of marijuana in America, you know, the big fucking, you know, everybody's like becoming a hippie and shit like that. Well, fucking, what's it called? Radio stations and a bunch of fucking publicists and like a lot of countries don't like fucking Ghost because Ghost heavily promotes marijuana, not in a bad way, but in a, hey, marijuana can be good for you. Also, they have like lore behind the fucking band, and it involves Christianity, and everybody that doesn't like fucking Christianity is trying to make a big fucking deal about Ghost being a Christian band, because Ghost talks about marijuana, but is also a Christian band, but also has like aspects of dissing on Satan. So everybody's like, oh well, if you listen to fucking Ghost, you're like a white supremacist, or you're a fucking, you know, like some bullshit like that. You know, they're trying to fucking make it where it's bad. That's like they're trying to influence the band members to not be themselves, to not display like affection towards their God-given right to have a fucking religion, to worship any fucking god. You know, I couldn't give less if a fucking white guy worshipped Allah. I couldn't give less if a fucking Muslim was like ultra conservative Christian. You know, who fucking cares? It's not you. If it doesn't have to do with you, why do you give a shit? Why do you give such a huge amount of power to everybody around you to diss on you and criticize what you're like? If you just kept to your fucking self, if people just learned how to be them fucking selves and not learned how to fucking, oh, I don't like this person's fucking idea, okay? And where's the fucking problem? Is it affecting you? No, it just made me sad. End of fucking conversation. You know, it's like, fucking pay attention to yourself. Quit being a bitch about fucking things.
Dude, it's just so many people are infatuated today with like trying to persuade people to being like them.
Yeah,
it seems like everyone today wants to be like an ultra celebrity or something, where they're just like so obsessed with people following themselves and their ideas and their way of doing things, and just being like them so much.
Yeah, and
I don't know if social media has an impact on it, which it does.
What I honestly think,
but I just don't understand why people are so obsessed with wanting other people to be exactly like them.
yeah,
And that's what all of these things have to do with. The drag queens, they want kids to be like them. The teachers with teaching the woke policies, they want them just to be like them. It just, you know.
All right,
it
I
is-
got a couple articles pulled up so we can talk about those.
Okay. But what I honestly think is basically if the drag queens, the popular social media girls, they have all her followers want to be like her. Their followers want to be like them. And it practically replicates a system of people wanting to be like exactly the same like each other. And it will replicate with different
It's
ideologies
like they want to make
and
everyone an
everything else.
NPC.
Yeah.
They want to make everyone just follow, be alike, and not have their
Yeah.
own opinion.
There's not many leaders today at all. And the ones I do are the ones that are shit.
Let's see what we got pulled up. So I got 2 articles pulled up real quick. All right, so new in the news. This was today, 4 hours ago. So protests are gripping in Iran as rights group says 19 children were killed. Let's see what they have to talk about. Yeah, so young women, police custody, blah, 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 185 people have been killed in demonstrations, including children.
Well, what do they mean by children?
So apparently, I think it was either, I don't know if it was women or men children. They can't fucking say anything because they're minors. Live bullets are being used in the streets, but the Iranian authorities are denying that. Now, who in their like right fucking mind thought it was a good idea to start a fucking revolution in a country that's had multiple revolutions? I don't think revolutionizing anything is a good idea, especially in this day and age. And that's another problem. Revolutions. Everybody that you see that is a fucking LGBTQ like big ass ally or supporter or member, it's like, okay, myself, clearly Rico, I am bisexual. But that does not mean I want to overthrow the fucking government. That does not mean that we should fucking like force children. We should force children. Okay.
It's different in Iran because they are an oppressive government. I mean, people complain nowadays that the USA, like the United States, is an oppressive government. But genuinely,
and that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
But genuinely, man, it's like that is a oppressive government, like heavy. Like people complain that the United States is like a human rights violator somehow, but no, like that place is definitely like a human rights violator.
Yeah, and that's where I'm going with my topic, is people think the United States of America is oppressive because they are LGBTQ's allies, supporters, members, whatever the fuck you want to put out there, because they're being discriminated against. Just like, I haven't been discriminated once in my fucking life for liking guys and girls. Like, there's been nothing against me.
Me neither.
But why are you gonna say that the land of the free, home of the fucking brave, is discriminating against you when President Biden probably doesn't know you fucking exist?
Yeah, they make it seem like
in a real situation in Iran is going on, but you're like, oh well, we would overthrow Iran's government. No, you fucking wouldn't.
Oh,
You would not. Like, you're not fucking CAG. You're not DevGru. You're not the Ranger Regiment, dude. You're a fucking blue-haired feminist living in California paying $6,500 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Dang.
You are not gonna fucking overthrow Iran by sitting on fucking Twitter all day.
Look, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people, a lot of these feminine people, whatever, anti-masculine, they think that they would take on like China and these other like governments that are actively against like LGBT. You guys aren't. Their people are trying to overthrow them, and their people are probably stronger than you when it comes down to this, and they're having a really hard time overthrowing them. And the things that they need to overthrow their governments, weapons, ammunition, things that you guys are against, well, most of you guys are against. I don't want to generalize everyone, but most of you guys are against, are those things that they need to overthrow their government. So, I mean, reconsider that the next time you guys are going for like an assault weapon ban or something.
For real. You're 100% correct. Dash, what do you think about the topic?
Topic about fuck.
Oh.
Why is my brain not working?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, just fucking stop sitting on Twitter all day thinking you're fucking powerful as shit because you're not actually doing shit. If you want to actually do shit, fucking go to your local fucking government office and
Fucking
This is
Rico's
just a
coming
lot.
out in his true podcast form.
Disconnected.
The camera's coming on. You guys know I got my MMA shorts on and shit.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh my fucking god. A forward cap too, Jesus man.
I want to put him.
Alright. So one of the major things that we
Alright,
still need to
Discord's fucking
discuss
silencing me.
is the legalization of marijuana. I don't know who here fucking supports that shit. I do because I be smoking big GB weebies, big fucking doinks all fucking day long. But people are so biased against marijuana because they grew up on values that told them fucking drugs are bad. You know, but if it's an organic drug, it should be different. I mean, medical marijuana should definitely be legalized. And I mean, it's legalized here in Texas now. Why isn't normal herbal grown marijuana legalized yet? That's the main fucking problem. It's like some people are just like have no idea how marijuana affects them as a person, and they always think it's bad because they pick and pull the worst fucking like articles you can find about marijuana, and then they just go with it. They're like, oh well, this is what it's gonna do to you. No, the fuck it's not. Like maybe if your shit's laced, yeah, but like not like fucking standard.
Bro. You should smoke one. Oh fuck.
This interview, this podcast turned into mine. Sorry.
Yes. Alrighty.
Alright, let's talk about legalization of firearms.
Oh yeah, that's a good topic. Let's do that. I want to talk
Yeah,
about
I
that.
gotta speak about this here.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, alright, I think that all firearms should be legal to different groups of people, okay? If you are
Legalization.
Hold on, this guy
If
got
you
his
are-
own fucking rifle.
give me a second. If you're a
I
fucking
legally
schizophrenic,
should be allowed to own this for
Fucking
home
Novetzke?
and self-defense. Yes, Novetzke and SR.
You're muted. Never mind.
But
my god.
why aren't firearms like this available to the public, available to people who need to defend their God-given
Their
constitutional
God-given
rights?
castle.
Their God-given
Fuck
castle,
God, no.
their God-given constitutional rights. You look in the fucking Constitution, all men are created equal. Okay, if all men are created equal, why not are all men able to own the same firearm? You know, where's the fucking difference? Now I can understand criminals with a past. Now, if you get picked up on a fucking stealing charge because you stole a fucking Hershey's bar, that should be a different fucking story. You should still be able to own a firearm. But if you
Also,
if you murdered a family of 5 with a fucking pistol, okay, maybe we shouldn't give you a fire.
Also,
Maybe.
like mentally ill, like schizos and shit. Maybe no firearm for them. You know, they're gonna
I think we
eventually
got a
blow
schizo
their
in
brains
here with
out.
an AR-15.
Speaking of that, you got a schizo in here with a fucking Novetzke.
Pull out the quad nods. Pull out the GPNVGs.
Alrighty. What do you think about this
I know
topic?
I know what you fucking just did.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a water real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
same,
just
man. All this
fucking
talking,
choked
man.
that-
Alrighty.
No, he just
Hey,
choked
hey,
on his
Sponsor
hey,
break.
let's do a commercial
Strawberry.
break. Let's
Commercial
do a commercial
break.
break.
Commercial break. Alrighty. This podcast is sponsored by Jefferson Energy. Jefferson Energy is a Roblox speed booster drink. It'll give you 10 times strength, 10 times endurance, 10 times fucking alcoholic what is it called? Drunkenness. I don't know what is it called. It'll give you 10 times sperm. It'll give you 10 times fucking everything. It is practically like Jocko sperm. It is the best fucking drink ever. It even has Thomas Jefferson's sperm in the fucking drink, so it even makes you
Hey
fucking
man,
hotter.
there's not many people like me, so just consider that a fucking
Oh,
consider
exactly.
that a fucking given value.
For real.
There's not
Alrighty.
many people like the one and fucking only.
Yo, Rico,
Yeah. What's good?
how you been?
Shit.
Yeah.
Failing.
Wait, is
I'm
it rolling?
failing. See.
Alrighty, we are back from the break. How's it going, guys?
What's good, guys? It's Rico. I'm back
It's
up. We
good.
got
What
another
it do? What
topic.
it do?
All right,
What do, Rico?
so the topic we're gonna be, I'm about to just fucking explain it all over. The normalization of women thinking that they can run over men and be harass men for not getting their way. Now, I could speak personally on this context because twice during this contact, my ex-girlfriend has had 2 different phone numbers text me and harass me about the things I've been doing lately. Not in a sexual way, not in anything like that, but just things that I've been doing in real life regarding myself and only myself on a need-to-know basis. Now, that shouldn't be normal at all. All right, that is childish. That is something only childs and children should be doing. And this woman being 17, who is encouraging that? Now, one of the larger things that I've been looking at is that apparently music, such as Ice Spice, Cardi B, all those women artists are trying to get more women to empower themselves to make they feel like that they don't need men. When throughout every single period in time, a man has been the one working. A man has been the breadwinner. A man is the one who is going out and dying for his fucking country. I don't see women going out and fucking deploying to Afghanistan for years on fucking end. I've seen a woman once, that fucking female ranger, or I think she was a female
No,
ranger.
there was others, but
There was others.
generally, men are the
Generally,
ones. Men are the
generally
ones
are
that
the
get
men.
down.
They get down
In
and dirty.
time, they have been superior to our counterpart.
What is
the
the
woman.
topic?
Women trying to walk all over men in a sense that will trash any man's reputation.
Oh God, yeah.
And this is the issue that we have with these quote unquote alpha females. They think that they can just shit all over everyone.
Only alpha males.
Mhm.
Yeah, like never once in my life have I been in a history class or I've been reading a history book or watching anything regarding history, and a woman has been the one who is fucking like over here being worshipped and over here being the one who's fucking making everything possible. Who built the fucking pyramids? Egyptian men and slaves. Actually, not even slaves. Jewish men were actually paid and fed and very well treated during the building of the pyramids because they were the ones building the pyramids. It was not like history wants you to fucking be like, oh, fucking Jews aren't getting any work done or fucking they're the ones who got enslaved. No, that never happened. That's another sob story to make people feel better about somebody's race when their race is being caught under fire for some bullshit, you know? It's fucking dumb that women think that they don't need men. Because okay, you're a woman, go work a fucking like
9 to 5.
not even a 9 to 5. Go work a fucking a
Construction
6 to
job.
8 job, blue collar job. You know, go work a fucking blue collar job for give or take 4 weeks and see how it affects you. You know? And I mean, there are women who are working in the blue collar field. You got women electricians. Okay, I mean, you can't blame them. You know, there's some fucking electricity is a good job, but to be a woman and think that you single-handedly could live in a world without men is fucking stupid. You know, it's not a good thing, and it's not like a good opinion. They say there's facts behind it, knowing damn well there is no facts behind it, because I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do, you know? Like, you know how hard, first of all, getting your job license for electricity, construction, etc., all shit like that, welding and things like that. And third, fucking the job itself. It's physically exhausting for men to even do the job. How in the fucking hell are you gonna do this job as a woman, well over under 100 pounds lighter, over 100 pounds lighter than any man who's worked in blue collar construction? Like, it's a problem. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be stopped. Somebody needs to do something about it, but they're scared to do it because women are doing this shit to men too. Like, femboys, you know, there's not a fucking problem with it. There's not a fucking problem with it, but what the fuck?
Dude, the reason why so many people are against that, like, it just looks weak, dude. Like, if you're sitting there dressing up as, like, a character, like a weird-ass character from, like, this show or some shit, like, dude, come on. Have some respect for yourself.
Yeah, like, if you're dressing up like a fucking anime
or if you're dressing up as a cat or a fucking dog, dude. I mean,
that shit, that
that's
needs to be
degrading
fucking,
as fuck.
That needs to be stopped because you're making the human race look weak. Like, what
weak.
if fucking aliens come to Earth and the fucking first place they go to is a furry
San
convention,
Francisco, gay town,
like a furry
and they just see
convention
this.
in fucking California, and they see that shit. We're fucking dead, you know? Like, dude, it's just so fucking dumb. Honestly, like, that's all I have to fucking say about it. Is it needs to be stopped.
Why do you want to degrade yourself that much? Like, what is giving you this voice inside of your head to do that?
Have some self-respect for yourself, bro. Like,
it's not even. People are like, "Why do you care so much?" It's not even that we care. It's just like, have some self-respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Or like, dude, there's schools in my state at least. There's schools in my state at least where they're starting to put kitty litter boxes in the bathroom because these people want to dress up. These people want to dress up as cats and dogs, and they feel like it's okay to shit in a litter box or piss.
Are you
Whatever a
joking?
cat does in that.
You are
I'm not
fucking. You're a human fucking being. You are not a cat. You are not a fucking dog. Okay?
Have some self-respect.
Have some
And have
self-respect.
respect for the people around you too. Like, do you know how weird that is? Imagine going to a fucking
No
school
one wants to
bathroom.
be around that.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
seeing
I want to
some
go to
fucking
school to fucking
random
learn,
dude.
to get my college graduate fucking diploma. I want to go to college to fucking learn. I don't want to go to fucking college knowing damn well that somebody at my fucking school is going to be shitting in a fucking litter box. That's fucking weird.
We are not at the animal shelter.
If you're gonna
yeah,
act like a
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
animal,
yeah,
don't go to
yeah.
school. No. If you're gonna act like a fucking, don't go to school then, because animals don't go to school. What
Yeah.
you should be doing is just
Guys.
staying home in your little fucking cage, eating your fucking shitty food. All right, like fuck off if you're gonna be an animal. All right, it's weird.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Very
someone
weird.
order-
It's
Have
very
some-
weird.
Have
Yeah.
some self-respect. We're
And
not
it's
only
like
looking out.
dudes,
We're not
dude.
only looking out for ourselves because we don't want to be around that dumb shit, but we're also looking out for you because no one wants to be around that dumb shit.
Have some respect for your fucking great grandpa who fought in some great war too. All right, think about them.
Have some respect
Alright.
for your generation. You're making your generation look like a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, it's like fucking. If my dad, my dad's a fucking goat. Okay, he is the best fucking dad you could ever fucking ask for. Thomas knows this. Spooky knows this. Alaskan knows this. He doesn't give a fuck what I do because he knows damn well as soon as I fucking graduate, oh, see you guys, I'm going to be in the fucking infantry. You know, I'm set on that. It's like, yeah, I'm bisexual. Yeah, I fuck with guys. Yeah, so like I kind of enjoy dressing up like a woman, but only on certain occasions where it's a fucking joke. But he knows well that, hey, I shouldn't give a fuck what my kid's gonna do because my kid's got the fucking balls to go and die for his fucking country, and I didn't. Like, if your parents aren't ashamed of you, that's good. But if you're gonna like deliberately do things that causes your parents to be ashamed of you, like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Don't be a
100%
fucking
correct.
embarrassment.
And
Don't be a
I
fucking
think it's sometimes they just need that attention, so they do this dumb shit. Because I don't
Yeah.
know anyone that wants to deliberately go outside and I'm gonna dress up as a cat today and act like one.
For real.
Honestly, man. The
Ever.
fucking
And I
losers,
talked to
right?
gays before, I talked to straights, I talked to a lot of people on all types of aisles.
Yeah.
Even
it's
the
like,
extreme aisles on both sides. on both sides, and they never once said like, "Oh yeah, we just dress up as a cat." Like what?
Yeah, we're not saying not to do it. Just please
Just
control
respect
yourself.
Stay
yourself.
inside
Yes.
with
How
that
about you?
shit. No one wants to
Yeah.
be around that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be just that. It should be
Don't go
set
to extreme.
yourself some boundaries.
Some standards. It's good to have standards.
Yeah, exactly. 100% correct.
Having standards for yourself, having boundaries for what you do in public, that is completely fine. I couldn't give less if my fucking one of my mini bitches dressed up like a fucking cat and shit in her own house. What fucking matters is that she's doing it in the privacy of her own home, and it's enclosed, it's not in public, she's not fucking embarrassing herself, and I don't want to fucking know about it, but if I have to know about it, I'm not gonna fucking judge them. Because, like, I couldn't give a less of a shit of what anybody fucking does in the world. What I do care is how it affects me, how it affects my learning area, how it affects my personal space, and how it affects, like, what I'm thinking about. It's a fucking distraction, and it shouldn't be present.
That's what I'm saying, man. Do what you want to do in your own castle, the privacy of your castle, but don't bring that shit around people that don't want to be around that. I know there are some fucking weirdos that are okay with being around human cats, or people that are cats, but still, the vast majority doesn't want to be around that. At least not for now. Who knows? 20 years down the future, that might just be the new fucking normal.
Do you know those people that are like dressing up like that shit in public now for their little shitty YouTube channels and whatnot?
That's what I'm saying.
and
That's
I
what I
mean,
just got done saying. No one wants to be around that.
Exactly.
Have some
No,
respect
if you're
for
not
yourself
out
and for your family.
Okay,
Treat like
that-
a
okay, there is a good reason. If it's for entertainment and it's like a fucking joke, okay, I understand. That shit's funny as fuck. But if you're gonna be going out in a fucking bout and being like, okay, hey guys, my name's fucking Cord Kitty, and I'm gonna be dressing as a furry all day long and shitting in my fucking human diaper, there's something wrong with you. It's a mental fucking issue.
It's not good. Have some respect for yourself.
Like, no, they should be treated like fucking animals too. Then, all right. No,
Your
I like to
ancestors
hunt
didn't go
deer.
through
I like
all
to
of that
hunt.
just so you could fucking sit down and, I'm gonna dress up as a fucking cat today and degrade my last name.
I
Yeah.
have a question.
No
Exactly.
fucking talk.
I have a question.
Yo,
What is our opinion on equal rights, equal fights?
bro.
Honestly,
no.
I
All right,
wouldn't-
yeah, wait.
I
Let me
don't
speak, let
care.
me speak here. Let me speak here. All right, my opinion is that we should be treated equal, but we are not equal. There is a clear difference between men and women in the fucking biological standpoint. Men are stronger than women, and men should be protecting the women. All right, it's proven. All right, you can see the world's strongest man, and you can see the world's strongest woman. There's a difference. It's a couple 100-pound difference. All right, men should be the ones protecting. We are historically the breadwinners in all cases. All right, we're the ones that fight the wars. We're the ones who deal with politics historically. All right, and sure, maybe some stuff should change. All right, sure, some stuff should change, but it isn't equal. We're not equal in whatsoever. And then the people who made up equal rights, equal fights are all pussies. All right,
Look,
You're
man,
actually going there
unless
fight a
the
woman.
girl is like full on has a gun on you or some shit, or is
Exactly.
literally beating the shit out of you, you should not be beating the fuck out of women.
I'm not
Now
saying you
there is
should.
no, I'm not saying that you ever said you should. I'm just saying you asked what is my take on it, and I'm giving you my take. All I'm saying is that, and there's some restrictions because sometimes they do deserve it. And if it's a random girl and she's trying to beat the shit out of you, whatever, or if they pull out a weapon on you or something, then you should, as a man, have the right to beat the fuck out of them, or if not, beat the shit out of them, put them in their place with a reasonable amount of violence.
But don't be going out there
But
and just
don't-
fucking
But
smacking a
don't just
woman. for no
smacking the
fucking
fuck out of them or whatever.
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
that is a pussy move. That is a
Don't
pussy
fucking
move.
like that shit. That shit sounds so gay. If you go
No, that's assault. So.
Nah, but like,
That's what I'm
whoever
saying.
made up equal rights, equal fights is a fucking bitch. All right, knows
I
nothing
want to
about
see. I
biology.
want to look up who actually made that.
I think it was
some
made as a
wannabe
meme.
milk
Like, I
fucking
think it was
kid.
honestly made as a meme, unless it was like a movement for a
It
minute.
probably was made as a meme, then freaking extremists took it too far and literally just
Nah,
made
it
it
was
real.
it was probably some like a heroin addict, fucking skinny men who are all fucking Nazis. Like, fuck neo-Nazis, bro. Honestly. Fucking retards, man.
I can't find anything about it.
I think it was a
Uh,
meme, dude, on Facebook or
yeah.
some shit. Or fucking 40-year-old parents resharing that shit.
Probably.
Hmm.
But yeah, man,
Damn, bro.
don't fucking do
I
that
dropped
shit.
10 kills in this fucking Tarkov match.
You're playing Tarkov?
Yeah, I'm playing Tarkov.
Any other further conversations?
I don't think so.
What's our
Police.
time on this?
Um,
I think we try to keep it 10 to 20 minutes per conversation.
it's 15 minutes. Yeah, oh, it's 15 minutes.
All of it's only 15 minutes?
No, just
Oh, let's talk-
since the break.
Let's
Me
talk
and
about
Dash wanna
BLM. Let's
talk.
talk about BLM. bro.
No,
Like,
wait, hold on, hold on, let Dash talk. Let Dash talk.
bro, we should be talking about BLM.
I got
That's
something to fucking talk about first.
What's up? What was that? I didn't hear you.
I got something to fucking talk about first.
All right, go ahead.
Alaskan, stop doing fucking gang sense. Fucking gun control rights in some of these states, mostly the blue ones. Let's do Utah, for example. I know what they're doing in Utah. It's like I believe they said 8 mag limit for guns.
8
And that
rounds?
Yeah, 8 round magazine limit for firearms. Yeah.
so stupid.
That's
How-
fucking
what are
They're
you
doing
gonna
that
get
in a
from
lot of
that?
states.
No, let me see, bro. Do you see that one video of the police officer shooting like 19 rounds to that meth head, and he did not drop?
I've
8
seen
rounds
it.
isn't gonna do shit to some people, especially when they got body armor on.
Adrenaline. No, it's not only
Especially when
that.
they're drugged
Adrenaline's
out.
running through.
Exactly.
Adrenaline's running through. If it's not hitting any other critical
Your
areas
shit's
on the
shot,
body,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
trust
yeah.
me, dude. Your adrenaline's
That's
pumping.
fucking
La da da.
There's a reason why the military uses 30 rounds for their fucking standard issue
Oh,
assault
yeah.
rifle, and that's so that they can have reserve. First of all, if they drop one person, say you're fighting like a group of 5 people, all right, you miss like 15 of those shots, you're pretty fucked. If you only have like a 20 round mag or an 8 round mag, you need a 30 round mag to get the job done for a group of 5 people, all right? Like 8 rounds doesn't do shit. Maybe for
All right.
competition shooting or for hunting, but not for home defense. Because majority of people who own guns use it for home defense.
Yeah.
Or just
Anyways,
defense in
Dash,
general.
what were you saying?
But another thing about this, in states like Utah and shit, where they have a high Native American population in the reservations, for these ceremonies, they use the Lee Enfield rifle most of the time, which is a 10-round fucking gun. And under these fucking shit they're passing, that would ban the use of that firearm even for their fucking ceremonies and shit. Which, the Lee Enfield rifle's a historical gun they've used for these ceremonies for over, like, 75 years, I want to say. And these-
Unfucking real, man.
Yeah,
What
they're
about
trying to
drug
fucking
trafficking?
ban and then they go on to defend the same fucking Native Americans and act like they're helping them.
Thomas.
I
Yeah,
know.
what's up?
What about the
There
drug
was this
trafficking?
Florida lawmaker who made a really good quote on it. I gotta find it. I'll find it.
Yeah, Florida is
All
actually,
fucking hypocrites.
especially Miami, is getting their police and their gun control, or just Second Amendment, height. It's real good down here. In Florida.
Well, I understand gun control in like major metropolitans. They should be limited to
Look,
only.
man,
like,
look at all of these major cities that have gun control. It's doing the exact opposite of what they
Well,
want
yeah.
it to do.
Because they think that gun control will get rid of the guns from all the bad people.
Chicago, one of the most
Yeah, they think it's
strictest
gonna
gun
get rid of-
laws in the whole nation. And is it? Look, they're keeping rent low one way or another.
The thing is, gun control only gets the guns away from the good people. Because only the good people will turn in their guns.
These
Or
people
won't
that are
make
going
illegal
around
guns.
shooting people
Oh,
day by day are in these what gangs, whatever tribalistic warfare. Do you think they're going to the gun shop and buying registered firearms?
Oh, fuck
Do you
no.
think they're like voluntarily giving their guns back to the government when they ask for them back? No, they're not doing that shit. They're already criminals. Why would they abide the fucking law for that?
Mhm.
Like,
And then you're
I don't know
just
how
disarming your police in
stupid
general as well.
some people are.
I had a question.
And the worst part is they tried this in Europe with the stabbings. They tried to get people to turn in their fucking knives and
It
shit.
doesn't
And the
fucking work.
criminals started stealing the fucking knife boxes where you were supposed to turn in your knives.
Mm. Well, the key quote is violence controls violence. It's the key thing.
You want to end the bad guy with a gun, send in the good guy with a gun. Gun.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro.
It's just-
This country has the most fucking guns on planet Earth.
Yep.
Do you really think these politicians or these policies are going to decrease the amount of guns that are circulating? Chicago alone has probably more guns than most European countries. It's not going to stop circulations of firearms.
Can we talk about drug trafficking?
If you want.
What are you guys' opinions on it? Like,
I don't know much about it.
What do you mean by like
You
drug
gotta-
trafficking?
You gotta introduce
can we
it.
stop it?
around us.
I don't understand.
DEA Special Forces.
The DEA Special Forces. This is
Yes.
it's his Milsom unity starting, and now we're just talking about it. So coincidental. Okay. Honestly,
Let's be honest. Drugs are like drug circulation is never gonna go away, no matter what. All right. There's always gonna be a
Just
new
like gun
fucking-
circulation, there's always going to be drugs, there's always going to be guns, there's always going to be terrorism. You can combat it, but you can't kill it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're never gonna get rid of that shit.
You're
no
never
matter
going to
what
get
you do.
rid of it, ever.
There's
Same
always
thing
gonna be
with
a
racism.
new
Just
way
like with
to
the
smuggle
knives,
drugs.
you can go to the European Walmart or whatever the fuck that is over there and just get kitchen knives, and you can use them in a
Yeah.
violent confrontation.
but most like people that sell drugs, they're using it to make money. It's their way of making money. They don't really have a job.
Yeah, it's their way of life.
It's their way of life.
Doesn't matter.
So
I mean that I don't
arresting
agree with
them-
that part though.
arresting him is good. Yeah, you're fixing the problem temporarily, and also, what are the other people gonna do? What are the other drug sellers are gonna do? I don't know what they call them. What are they gonna do? They're still gonna do the same thing because they need to make money. It's also their government. They're not producing enough jobs. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of these places that these drugs come from, like southern Latin America,
Yeah.
those continents over there, those little areas of the world, if you look at it, those countries are extremely poor. So, I mean, that probably it, and that's a way of getting rich, is selling drugs.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to justify selling drugs, but I'm just saying, especially like the higher, like fentanyl and shit like that.
Yeah.
No,
But I mean, that is a
a
way of going through.
Yep.
Do I believe we should combat them? Yeah.
Yeah, but when we are combating them, it's just going to continue. We're not going to stop
It's
it.
just going to continue. You can
Yeah.
decrease it pretty low though.
Just
Mhm.
like
You can
terrorism.
decrease
just
it
like the
pretty
war on
low, though.
terror.
You
Look
can
at us. We
decrease
tried
it
to
pretty
combat
low.
it for 20 years. We tried to combat terrorism for 20 years, and did it stop? No.
But it
You
got
can just
increasingly
temporarily
low. It got
Exactly.
increasingly low.
Did we kill Osama bin Laden? Yup.
Yep.
It gets increasingly low. You can never kill any of these issues. It's always going to be
Mhm.
there. You can take away every single gun in America. Good luck. Good luck. You could though.
You can try.
Okay.
You can
There's other
try.
ways. There's knives. You know.
Mhm. Yeah. Is it Rico still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Alrighty. So, do you want to
Alright.
conclude or?
Yeah, I think it's time for
I think we should
conclusion.
talk- Wait, what about like one more? One more.
Okay.
All
one
right,
more.
go ahead.
Let's talk about BLM. All right, let's talk about Kanye's point of view on it and our point of view on BLM.
Alright.
Because that's something that's been really funny recently for me.
Okay.
Looking
that
at
was fun.
Kanye post his White Lives Matter shirts and shit.
Yeah. And like all these
What's
other
your-
freaking actresses got
yeah.
all pissed and like
I know my opinion on BLM, but what's your guys' opinion on BLM?
I think it's a good how can I say it? I
It's a
don't
good
want to be
idea,
racist.
not proper execution.
It's a good
Yeah,
idea, but
yeah.
the organization is terribly corrupt.
Exactly. Thank
Good
you.
intentions, not good
Good
execution.
intentions, not good organization.
But they also consider like every crime a black person does BLM.
And
It
if
is
it's not
also a
for
little
racism, it's
fucked.
racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I mean, come. It's
There's-
good to have your color. It's good to have your color or everyone's side, I should say. I believe that people should always challenge the government, and that they did. They challenged the government. I agree. I disagree the way that they challenged the government, but essentially they challenged the governments or govern that little area. I guess. Well, it soon became nationwide, but at the time, Minnesota. That's where George Floyd was killed, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go with Minnesota.
Minneapolis, I think.
Minneapolis.
It's
Excuse me.
Minneapolis, yeah.
Sorry about that. Those people, the BLM organization or detachment, whatever you want to call it, in Minnesota, their branch, did challenge the government. Why the fuck did you kill him like that? It was they were saying it was manslaughter, therefore they were challenging the government. But once they want to go around burning down everything in their path to try to get their point across or temporarily get their point across, that's where you can start disagreeing with them.
Mhm. Exactly.
But the people challenging the government should be a thing. That's how. That's to
how the
prevent.
country is built.
That's to prevent our freedoms from being taken away. Same thing when people were challenging the COVID shit. Why the fuck do we gotta wear this piece of shit cloth on our face for 8 hours a day at school
Mhm.
when it literally does nothing? And the government said it does nothing in documents. I believe you should always challenge the government.
Propaganda to make people feel better.
Mhm.
You know.
Because yeah.
All right, real talk, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Alrighty.
Good
Alright, see you, man.
podcast.
Wait,
See you,
Good
Rico.
shit.
okay. Do you guys want to like announce of like how they can find you and shit?
They can find who?
You guys, like if you want to on social media. or
Oh.
Discord.
You could just drop my Discord tag in the bio.
Alrighty, y'all, all of y'all want yours?
I guess.
Alright, I'll just add y'all to this good bio. Okay. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for spending your time here.